Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
We can always make ourselves look good before others, can't we? Women get manicures, buy pretty clothes, put on makeup, and get our hair done. I remember one time in college when my roommate and I were having a somewhat heated discussion, shall we say. Then the phone rang. She went from yelling at me to answering the phone in a sweet voice while still glaring at me. Yes, we can look good in front of others when we want to, can't we? And so could the Pharisees in Jesus' day. They made it look like they were so godly and pious, but they knew, and God knew, that they weren't. Jesus had taught through a parable, you cannot serve God and money. The Pharisees heard this, but they were lovers of money. They turned up their nose at him and scoffed at him, sneered at him. They did not take him seriously. Jesus replied, "You are those who justify yourselves before men, but God knows your hearts. For what is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of God. But God knows your hearts." He knew that they were hypocrites and called them out on it several times. He called them dirty cups and whitewashed tombs. They wanted people to think well of them, and they might have even convinced themselves that they were godly. They prayed and fasted and did charitable deeds, all to be seen by men. They went to great lengths to find loopholes in the law so that they could do whatever they wanted. I heard a story that the Pharisees would try to get around the law of not traveling on the Sabbath by getting their servants to go ahead of them and lay down a shoe or other small thing from their house along the way, so they weren't really away from home. Or they would divorce their wife in one city when they had to travel to another city and marry one there so that they wouldn't be committing adultery. It's easy to turn up our noses at the Pharisees for thinking they were so religious when they were really just hypocrites. But I've heard many people today say that they won't go to church because it's filled with hypocrites. As Jesus told the Pharisees, healthy people don't need a doctor. Sick people do. He basically told them, I have not come to call those who think they're righteous, but those who know they are sinners. If we think we're righteous, Jesus didn't come for us. If we already think we're good, we won't be able to see our need for Jesus. But God knows our hearts. We might convince others, and even ourselves, that we're good. But God knows we all need His salvation. He was trying to get the Pharisees to see that they were sinners, just like the lowest prostitute or tax collector. One sin makes you a sinner. So we're all in need of Jesus' salvation. There's no one good enough, as the Pharisees thought they were. But it takes humility to admit that and ask for salvation. But God knows our hearts.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.